Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Success Triangle. And today in episode 7, I'm going to talk about the I. For those who are new and this is the first time listening to me, my name is Peter Tam and I'm a DIC consultant. I'm a corporate trainer, and one of my passion is to talk about personal development. And in this episode, I'm delving more into what we call the success triangle. And in the success triangle, there are basically three things that you need to master: the internal communication, the external communication, and the technical know-how. And today, I'm going to talk about the I. In the previous episode, I've introduced you to DISC as part of the external communication section of the success triangle, and I've delved into D, I, S, and C individually, the personality types, the 4 personality types that you need to understand in order to have an effective communication. And then in the last episode, episode 6, I've delved deeper into the D and talk about how the D deal with another D when they meet another D, and how the D deal with the I, and then how the D deal with the S, and how the D deal with the C. And in today's episode, I will delve into the I specifically. If you are an I and you meet another I, both of you are I, what do you do? And if you are I and you meet with a dominant type, the D, how do you respond to get the most out of the D? And if you're an I and you meet with an S, how do you deal with an S? And finally, if you're an I and you meet with a C, how do you deal with them? Much deeper than in the previous episode, so that you can have an effective communication, and your effective communication determines the success of your career. And so let's get started. Let's go in and I see you in the inside. So can you remember how the high I is? The I, another name for I is influencing or inspiring. Yeah. So the high I is very enthusiastic. They are very optimistic. They are very talkative. They are very persuasive, impulsive, and emotional too. Yeah. So what's the value of high I to the team? They are creative problem solver. Because they are optimistic, they will see a solution to almost every problem. And they are great encourager. They will motivate the other person to achieve. They have a positive sense of humor and they negotiate conflict. They are peacemaker. So they will negotiate for a win-win situation. But the possible weakness is that the high I are more concerned with popularity than tangible results. And they are not detail-minded. They are very inattentive to detail, and they overuse gestures and facial expression. They are very animatic. They tend to listen only when it is convenient. Their greatest fear, rejection. Remember, if in a party, they will be the one who wants to be popular. They want to talk. They want attention to themselves. So how the high I work with the high D to get the best out of the D? The I will view the D as argumentative, dictatorial, arrogant, domineering, nervous, and hasty. Now, the D is very direct. The D will tell you off. The high I resent being told what to do. So that's why they really see this D as very arrogant. They are frustrated when their ideas don't get noticed. They want to be popular. And it's not easy to charm and to get your way with the D. But the high I is very persuasive. They thought they can even sell the I's to the Eskimo. But when it doesn't work with the D, they're confused. Why? Their charm doesn't work. It doesn't bring favorable response from the high D. So to have an effective relationship with a D, the I must have a direct communication. Now the D is very direct, so deal with issues in a straightforward manner, negotiate commitments, and go on an equal basis. Now, how about when a high I meet with another I? How you get the best out of the I? The I will view another I as stimulating, charismatic, outgoing, and optimistic. So, an I like to talk fast. So when I with the I, they will talk very fast. They develop relationship very quickly. They relate well to each other. However, they will compete for recognition because both of them want to be popular. So they will strive to impress one another. And since both of them like happy hours and fun time, they will tend to mix business with pleasure. And they may disregard budget constraint. What go to hell with the budget, right? They want to have fun. So how does a I deal with another I? Be friendly, be complimentary, acknowledge each other accomplishment because both of them wants to be popular and to be noticed. Now, I like to talk. So if you meet with another I, let them talk, listen more, try to listen sincerely instead of planning what to say next. Now, how about high I when they meet with another S? How to get the best out of the S? The I will view S as very apathetic, very passive, possessive, complacent, and non-demonstrative. Remember, high I is very energetic. They like to talk fast, but the S is very passive. They are very slow. So they will lose patience when the high S doesn't act quickly. Although they can be very motivating and a great encourager to the S. But since the S are slow, you talk slower. The I try to slow down when you talk with your S. The I will become frustrated when the S doesn't express thoughts and feelings. Yeah, but you know their S. Slow down to their level of speed. Be more easygoing. Show appreciation. Be sincere with them. Establish a relationship with the high S before you talk business. Above all, don't be pushy. How about I when they meet with a C? How to get the best out of a C? The I will view the C as very defensive, too focused, too detail-minded, cautious, and worrisome. There will definitely be a strain when the high I meet with a high C, because both of them cannot be more further apart than any of their other characteristics. High I is focused on people. High C is focused on facts. High I is optimistic. High C is pessimistic. High I is see the big picture. High C only see the little detail. High I is decisive. High C is very cautious, very wary. So to have an effective relationship, when you meet with a C, present facts clearly. Be well prepared for a discussion. Come up with supporting documents. Let the C analyze the facts. Remove any potential threat. You know the high C will express doubt. So give them time to evaluate your data before making a decision. They need time, give them the time. They need facts, supply them with the facts. They need details, give them the details, although you yourself are not detail-minded. All right, so that's all for today. We have just completed with the high I. So in the next episode, I will talk more about the S and how the S will deal with the D, how the S will deal with the I, and how the S will deal with its own kind, the S and the C. So till I see you then, God bless, take care, and bye.